the politician who lost woefully at the polling unit want to get.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling?
I want to thank you for giving us this opportunity and thank your guest for telling the truth. Your guest is not a child. From what he has said, he has honest. Now, when you, even if election where at the end of the election, the losers will congratulate the victors. I won't feel so bad because I voted for him. But don't when clearly such elections are, we have to move forward.
Much for your contribution right there. 090735888 hours to call. Don't forget that you can leave a message 50. We'll take this quick time out. We'll be back in a bit.
Every 6 minutes you talk, MTN go dash you 3 extra minutes. Fiam to enter MTN Better Gist. Dial *123*2*1# or text BG to 312. T and C's apply.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
All right, we're still taking your calls. And hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from? My
name is Peter calling from Lube.
All right, let's go ahead.
Yeah, I want to appreciate just Peter for his relevant analysis in the video. I want to talk about concerning Obasanjo, what Obasanjo said concerning the judiciary initiating the process. Because with the politicians in Nigeria, the politicians they want to win election by all means. Election is not true or fair. Because of the money they have, the power influence. And I think they're supposed to look into the matter. Other advanced countries, they have a panel of judiciary, the senior judges, they are elected based on their merit, their high ranking. There's a panel that has been electoral process. There is a panel that has been headed that they will select a person that will be empire in the process in the history that will not compromise. For in Nigeria, it's a different case. The president will appoint a person that will favor him, will not come based not on merit or based on favoritism. And those are the things, are the factors that are affecting the INEC process in Nigeria, the election process in Nigeria.
Okay.
So we need to look into the matter. It's not only we Nigerians. It's supposed to agitate for the constitutional amendment, so that they will start all those things that are funny ways of manipulating elections. That we should look into the right way to elect next chairman or the judicial officials that will handle the elections.
Okay, Peter, thank you very much.
Nice one contribution.
Thank you very much for your contribution this morning. And I see this message on the WhatsApp portal. Joseph from Jahi says, good morning, Eagles FM, Omoefe. Both the INEC, the judiciary, they are birds of same feather, but judiciary is more devilish than INEC in the sense that judiciary is now open, open up to be financially armed. I don't know what you're trying to say, of government that understands that the only body language of the rich people. Okay, I believe that our judiciary. Joseph from Jai, thank you so much for that message, but I really do not think that you've been able to put your thoughts together. All right, coming back to you, Dr. Ibrahim. Over time, there have been concerns about the perception, the notions that Nigerians actually have about our judicial system. And somehow it further, exposes the loopholes that we have, the challenges that we are dealing with, which are not just, known to Nigeria and Nigerians alone. Even in other parts, they have, post-election, issues to deal with. But are we not by ourselves demonizing the judicial system? Looking at the submissions that have been made thus far by contributions, looking at the contributions from the listener on the other side of the radio.
But if you look at the Nigerian situation, it's highly lamentable, and it's a situation that makes my heart bleed for very obvious reasons. Usually the preponderance of this thinking is based on our own feeling of a nation that has moved through trials and travails within the concept of its own democracy. There's a need for us to calibrate the issues of contention, especially the issues of INEC, the issue of judiciary, the issue of the political class, to make Nigeria work. Let me tell you, INEC and the judiciary seems to be the worst evils, honestly, for very obvious reasons. And to me, the judicial system is not something that is being whitewashed all over the world. No, they are countries that are guided by people of conscience on the table, on the judicial system. You cannot approach, there are some judges, even in Nigeria today, there are some judges that you can't look at them in their faces and approach them with any bribery or corruption to tell them to turn black into white or to turn white into black. No, can you have the effrontery to even go to their house and then give them money or to their chambers? But a lot of them are there, that is open to the highest bidder. Just make sure that you steal a lot. In Nigeria, there is a saying, one of my friends who were discussing at that time, he said, look, if you look at the issue of Nigeria today, it's an issue that is highly lamentable. It is a kind of lavish display of political rascality. When you look at the political class, they will steal billions, and now, billions are even now too small. They are going into trillions. They will steal and put them categorized. They will say, okay, this share is for the police and law enforcement agencies, EFCC and all that. This share is for the judiciary. This share is my own. And this share, I will leave it for the political party. Because if you combine all the three or four, it's going to give you a perfect breed that you escape. It's an escape route. If you give your political what you've stolen, look at the risk of recent. A whole lot of somebody like Abel, I was told, the former governor, who has been accused of looting the state, said now the federal government are trying to, even the president even sent congratulatory message on his birthday, and they're trying to integrate him into the political system. For God's sake, are we encouraging transparency about technology? I know technology very, very well. I think maybe more than he can think of, because part of my project, my PhD thesis, I did a lot of computations and political calculations based on many variables, and one of them is issue of violence, and especially within the electoral system. So I know what I'm talking about. There are glitches. These glitches arise as a result of what? Because they are tempted. I mean, they are tempered by the people. Beavers and what have you, they've been charged, and the system should not fail. Why is the system failing? Why is it not failing in India? Why is it not failing in some of this discussion? I love you so much. I love the people that have made the contributions based on intellectual capacity and based on their personal experiences. I thank them for being with this station, and I hope we must make sure that we enlighten our people to make sure that they don't accept monies that are stolen, because these are beans and even with chicken.
All right. Dr. Ibrahim, in a yes or no response to wrap up the conversation, is restoring into